Grace and peace to you, beloveds of God. I'm the Reverend Jenna and I am so excited. I am rejoicing that we have reached this point of the call process. I know it has been a much longer journey than originally anticipated, but as I look back on the timing of things, I can see how God has been at work getting us ready for each other. I'm also aware that this isn't how you imagined meeting your prospective pastor or how I imagined introducing myself to you all. In late March, a colleague of mine commented that these are unusual times, and I have embraced that phrase as both a comfort and an inspiration. These are unusual and difficult times. And yet, what has not changed is God's presence. God has promised to never leave us or forsake us, and God always keeps God's promises. Our God is also a God of dreams and dreamers, and as the prophet Yoel reminded us at Pentecost, in the last days it will be, God declares, that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your children shall prophesy, and your young shall see visions, and your elders shall dream dreams. These unusual times are an opportunity for us to lean into what God has us dreaming about. We have the time and the space to explore our dreams and to experience where God might be leading us. During the call process, the call committee and I had some difficult and really important conversations. Ones that in many churches and interviews could have turned us away from each other. And yet again, God was in the midst of these conversations, opening our souls and our hearts and our minds to where God is leading us. For me, it was almost immediately apparent that I had found the church home I had long been asking God to help me find. I believe that the people who make up St. Andrew Lutheran Church are loving, compassionate, generous people. That's you. I'm talking about you, yes. The road ahead isn't going to be easy or as straightforward as we might be hoping it would be. And it may not look like we expect it to look. It will take time for us to get to know each other and to discern what exactly our next steps are. This, though, is really exciting for me. I am looking forward to this, to the discovery, to the discernment, to the fun and excitement we're going to have. I do believe that this community is made up of faithful disciples of Christ who are yearning to be more deeply involved in the work of the church, and that together God is going to help us to do amazing things as we participate in the building of the kingdom. I'm married to Alex Huntsberger, who I met in my final year of seminary at the Lutheran School of Theology at Chicago, down in Hyde Park. He works for communications for a Chicago-based startup, and before the pandemic, was a theater reviewer for the Chicago Sun-Times and Time Out Chicago. He's my biggest supporter, my biggest fan and cheerleader, but he also never fails to challenge and inspire me. I am thankful and grateful for him every single day. We're celebrating our 5th wedding anniversary soon, which is a lovely bright spot during this pandemic season. And we'll be spending that with our dog, Dozer, and our cat, Tonks. Dozer has 2 modes. He's either sleeping and dozing a lot. He spends most of his day doing that. But he also has these moments where he has so much energy that he's bulldozing around the house. Really, though, he is just a big baby who wants love and attention and is very sweet and very friendly. Tonks, our sweet cat, is just the sassiest, sweetest cat. And she loves affection. She's very affectionate, very curious, and she loves burrowing under blankets. It's one of the fun games that we play around the house of, oh, come and look and see where Tonks is now. It's always fun to see her newest spot. In my free time, I am an avid reader. I particularly enjoy fiction in my free time. I love knitting, and I've taken up sewing during the pandemic. That has been a very rewarding and at times quite frustrating, but fun endeavor. And watching whatever TV show I'm currently obsessed with. Alex and I are so excited to be a part of your community and to put down roots in Mundelein. From the moment I received St. Andrew's ministry profile, I've been dreaming of what God might be calling us to do together, and Alex and I have been dreaming of our life in a new community and building a new community and a new family. I know it can seem like semantics when we say that the building is closed, but the church is open. For me, however, how I've understood that is that we are people who affirm that the church, with a capital C, is the body of Christ, and we are the members of that body. The church isn't closed. The church has been so busy, so active, so present in the world in these last months in a way that feels new and refreshing and exciting. And I am confident that in the months ahead, that we as a community who enter into mutual ministry together, that we will be able to work together to share our hopes and our dreams and our ideas and our fears and our grief over how things have changed, and to make those hopes and dreams a reality, and to honor the grief that we've experienced, and to be present with God as God works in us and through us to share the good news of Christ's love for us with our broken and hurting world.